Achieving financial clarity and security requires pausing to assess your priorities, create a plan, and align your spending and saving habits with the life you want, now and in the future. Midlife finances can feel like a constant balancing act, trying to save for retirement, paying down debt, caring for aging parents, and maybe even helping those kids through college. It's overwhelming, right? Like spinning too many plates and hoping none of them fall out of the sky. But here's the thing. Most people don't fail because they don't have enough money. Here's the wake-up call. They fail because they never stop to have the right conversations with themselves about money. Yeah, I'm talking about talking to yourself here. These 10 questions aren't just another checklist. They're a guide to help you reset, refocus, and take control of your financial future. When was the last time you sat down and really thought about what you want your money to do for you? Not just today, but 5, 10, or even 20 years from now. Hi there, I'm Sarah, the owner of FrozenPennies.com. I'm a financial coach and the best-selling author of the book Fundamentally Frugal. Link below. Most of us are so busy just trying to keep up with life that we rarely take the time to pause, breathe, and figure out what we really want from our money. It's so easy to get stuck in survival mode, paying the bills and putting out fires without ever stepping back to create a plan that works for you. That's why these money conversation starters are so important. They're not about spreadsheets or complicated formulas. They're just a way to get the conversation going. They're about clarity. They're about figuring out what you value most and making sure your money is working toward those priorities. Whether you feel behind, stuck, or just unsure, these questions will help you take control one step at a time. Number 1, what are my money financial priorities at this stage of life? It's easy to feel pulled in a million directions, isn't it? Between saving for retirement, paying off debt, helping kids with college, or caring for aging parents, it's crucial to figure out what matters most to you right now. Ask yourself, what feels most urgent and what can wait until tomorrow? Maybe it's building an emergency fund or chipping away at the lingering credit card balance. Those might seem most important. Take a moment to write down your top 3 priorities and focus your energy there. It'll make everything else feel a little bit less overwhelming. For me right now, it's to do some investing, saving money for my retirement and investing in our home. Also, travel's a priority for me. I just want to see all of the places. Number 2, ask yourself, am I balancing my current lifestyle with saving for retirement? This is a tough one because we all want to enjoy life right now, but future you is counting on present you to set her up for success. Are you spending on things that bring you joy while still stocking away enough for retirement? It's about finding that balance. If you're not sure, try this. Take a look at spending over the past few months and see where you could make small adjustments to free up money for your future. A little shift now can make a big difference later. Now, are there things that you are just not willing to give up because you enjoy them too much? Are there things that you need to give up because the price of everything is on the rise so much and you want to find a way to add those back in? Did you skip out on manis and petties because things were getting too expensive and you want to find a way to add those back? Would you be willing to take up a side hustle specifically for those things? Number 3, how do I feel about my debt and what's my plan to eliminate it? Debt can feel like a big weight on your shoulders. We all feel it, especially as you think about retirement. So take stock of where you stand, credit cards, car loans, mortgages, and ask yourself, how do you really feel about it? If it's stressing you out, it's time to create a plan. Start with that smallest balance or the highest interest rate, whichever feels right for you. Now, when I'm coaching someone on debt elimination, we use the debt snowball method because I like the way it makes us feel getting those small wins in. Even small steps like an extra $50 a month can help you feel more in control. Remember, every dollar you pay down is a dollar closer to financial freedom. Number 4. What does financial security look like for me as I approach these retirement years? Now, everyone's idea of security is very different. For some, it's knowing the house is paid off. For others, it's having enough to travel or help the grandkids. Think about what will make you feel at ease in your retirement. Do you want to downsize? Do you want to still work part-time? Relocate to a lower cost, warmer climate? Once you've envisioned what security looks like, start reverse engineering your finances to support that vision. This is where dreaming big and maybe even a vision board, planning smart come together. My husband is 12 years older than I am, so as much as I hate to think about it, I do need to consider what my life might look like without him. I need to prepare for my future. It's my responsibility, and I don't plan on relying on anyone but my future self, planning when it comes to my sunset years. Number 5, what are my emotional spending triggers at this stage of life? Now, we've all been there, buying something because we're stressed, tired, or just trying to make up for something. Maybe it's splurging on the kids because you feel guilty about not having more time with them, or treating yourself after a long day of work. Maybe it's spending on your grandkids because you couldn't spend on your kids. Start paying attention to when and why you're spending. Can you replace those moments with something else? I know it sounds cliche, but go for a walk, chat with a friend, or even just sit quietly with a cup of hot tea. Recognizing your triggers is the first step to managing them. If you've been around this channel for a hot New York minute, or in this case, a cold New York winter, you know that Amazon is my weakness. It's just so darn easy. Now, I've been doing really well so far this year, reining in my buy now purchases, practicing what I chat about here. But nobody's perfect, right? We all fall, and we all need the reminders. If you're watching this and are thinking, oh, I'm not in this season of life, but I've been through it, please leave your wisdom in the comments for the rest of us. I love hearing those who have been there and done that. Number 6, do I have a budget? Is it working for my life right now? Now, life looks a lot different at this stage, so your budget should reflect that. If you're still using the same plan from years ago, it might be time for an update. Think about your current expenses. Are there new costs like medical bills or expenses, or helping out an elderly parent? Are there old expenses like daycare that are no longer relevant? Adjust your budget to reflect your life today and make sure it's helping you move toward your goals. A budget isn't about restriction, it's about control. Having a plan for your money isn't a punishment. You are not being punished. You are controlling your life by deciding what's most important. And organization is a good thing. Having a plan, it's a good idea. Budgeting is super important, and if you're looking for a free way to do it, here's my free digital downloadable budget planner. I'll leave a link below. Number 7, am I prepared for life's uncertainties? This one's a biggie because let's face it, life loves to throw us curveballs, and we are getting older. Do you have an emergency fund that could cover 3 to 6 months of expenses if something unexpected happens? How about insurance, health, life, and even long-term care if you're not self-insured? These aren't fun things to think about, but they're so important. Taking the time to put safety nets in place now can give you peace of mind for whatever comes your way. And trust me, that peace I know is priceless. Now, I'm a planner. I like to have a plan in place, and uncertainty makes me very anxious. I feel like I'm as ready as I can be for whatever might happen. Number 8, how has my relationship with money evolved over the years? Take a moment to think about how you've handled money in the past versus right now. Have you learned from past mistakes, grown more confident, or are there still old habits creeping in? Now, be honest with yourself, but also kind, because nobody is perfect. The key is to keep growing and keep moving forward. If there's something that you're still holding on to or holding back, maybe it's time to tackle it head on. Whether that's overspending, not saving enough, or feeling like you're just bad with money. You've come so far. Give yourself some credit. Number 9, am I saving enough for the life I want after retirement? It's time to get real about retirement savings. Do you know how much you'll need to maintain the life you want? If not, it's worth sitting down and crunching some numbers, or working with a pro to do it. Even if you're behind, don't panic, just start. Increase your 401 contributions, open up an IRA, or even set aside a little extra each month in a high-yield savings account. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Start right now where you are and figure out where you need to go. Even if you can save only a few $1,000s before you retire, that would have been more than you had if you hadn't saved at all. Number 10, does my spending reflect what I value most at this stage of my life? Now, at this point in life, it's all about aligning your money with your values. Are you spending on things that truly matter to you, like family, health, or expenses? It's okay at this point in your life to invest more in organic fruits and vegetables if that's important to you. Or are there other areas where you are spending out of habit or convenience? Take a closer look and adjust where needed. The goal isn't to stop spending, it's to make sure every dollar is going towards something that brings you joy or moves you closer to your goals. That's the real beauty of frugality. By having these conversations with yourself, yes, I'm talking about talking to yourself here, you can build a stronger, clearer financial future. And remember, it's okay to revisit these questions regularly. Life changes, and so do your priorities. If you're looking for more information about these questions, I encourage you to check out a good book or two from the library and watch this video next.